Hello, 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 everybody. If you saw the post that I made on my community tab, I told you that there was a lot going on, which is why I have not been posting like I said I was going to, but that I would do a video to let you all know what was going on. For starters, I am officially in the home stretch of my degree. I have 11 days until graduation. Days, not months, not weeks, days. I have 11 days until graduation, and then I will be the proud owner of an associate's degree in medical administrative assisting. So there's that. Next, as you all are aware, my daughter has been having issues with bullies at school. Well, I'm happy to report the principal called me this morning and said that a witness to the incidents has finally come forward. So now she has enough information to go on to discipline said bully for their behavior, because before it was just Kaylee's word, Kaylee being my daughter, it was just Kaylee's word against the bully. And that wasn't enough for the principal to go on. But the superintendent, when I explained to the superintendent what was going on, said, this is not just mean girl behavior, which is what the school was classifying it as originally, that this was in fact bullying because Kaylee does not associate with anybody from school outside of school. The only people that she sees outside of school are myself, her dad, her grandmother, grandmother's boyfriend, her uncle, and our two cats. So that situation has been handled and dealt with. I'm currently, because I'm 11 days away from graduation, I am currently putting in applications like a wild woman. So hopefully something will pan out. Fingers crossed. Today, my husband and I went and looked at a house. It is a double wide trailer, so 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. It would be a 2-year lease for something that my husband and I can afford. So we would actually have our own house. And not only would we have our own house, we would have a house big enough where we could entertain. My husband was talking about, and I find this funny because we haven't even been selected as the tenants yet. My husband and I, or my husband rather, was already talking about wanting to put up a pool in the one side yard, and how if we got this place we would have enough space to entertain and throw family get-togethers, which I could see. But fingers crossed that we get this place, because Lord knows, my daughter's sleeping, or our daughter's sleeping on a couch, and my husband and I sleeping on a mattress in what is technically the dining room area for that house is not conducive. I mean, shoot, my mother-in-law keeps talking about wanting to put up a curtain so that my husband and I have some type of privacy. No. What we need is an actual full-fledged house to ourselves. One where we're not having to ask people if they need to use the restroom before somebody takes a bath or a shower. One where you can use multiple appliances in the kitchen simultaneously without having to trip the breaker. Yeah. So fingers crossed that we get that. Fingers crossed that this bullying situation stays under control. And not only will this house afford us, the ability to have a space of our own, but we could actually get legitimate internet and cable hookup, so we're not just watching streaming services, which is basically what we're doing now. We only have streaming services and DVDs, which I get, it's not bad, but when you're jonesing to see what's going on in the world and you rely on a news broadcast to do so, and you live in an area where you can't really get a news broadcast because the antenna only comes in when it wants to, and even then when it does come in, it's only select channels. So whether or not you get a news broadcast that night is kind of up in the air. But if we get this house, we'll have the ability to get actual cable and actual internet. So that means that I could work from home if I wanted, or this puts us closer to my husband's work. I actually, for the very first time, saw the building where my husband goes to work, and it's this house puts him about 10 minutes from work. So that's a good thing. So fingers crossed that we get that house. Fingers crossed that this bullying situation from the school stays taken care of once the principal does what she's going to do. Fingers crossed that I get a job, and thank you guys so much. Stay tuned for the next.